Desire in women is rarely simple. It's not just about physical attraction or a fleeting moment of passion. It's a delicate web of emotions, psychology, and the silent language of relationships. Unlike what many might assume, female desire doesn't always ignite instantly. It often builds quietly, shaped by connection, trust, and the way she feels in the relationship. But here's the truth. Just as certain gestures or words can spark intimacy, there are hidden triggers that can completely shut it down. These triggers are subtle. They touch on her heart, her sense of being valued, and her need to feel safe. Think about it. How many times has stress, silence, or even a careless word drained the spark from a moment that could have been beautiful? Desire is fragile, yet powerful when nurtured. In this video, we'll uncover the 4 biggest killers of female desire. And understanding them isn't just about sex. It's about respect, connection, and building a passion that lasts. Before we dive in, if you find these insights meaningful, make sure to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments, because your perspective might help someone else too. For many women, desire begins long before the body is touched. It starts in the heart, in the way she feels seen, valued, and understood. When that emotional bond is strong, intimacy flows naturally. But without it, even the most passionate touch can feel empty. How often have you heard someone say, "I just don't feel connected anymore"? That's often the quiet reason why desire fades. When conversations turn shallow, when affection disappears, or when listening stops, the spark begins to dim. One of the biggest mistakes is reducing intimacy to the physical. Yes, the body might be there, but if her heart feels ignored, desire dries up. Imagine this. A man rushes into touch without pausing to ask, "How was your day?" or without holding her in a way that says, "You matter to me." Over time, that lack of emotional closeness silences her passion completely. For many women, emotional connection isn't optional. It's the very foundation of intimacy. When she feels truly understood, every glance and every touch becomes amplified. Without it, even sex itself can feel like nothing more than a routine. Desire doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's deeply tied to the state of mind. And for many women, the biggest obstacle to intimacy isn't attraction, it's stress. When her mind is racing with deadlines, bills, childcare, or silent tension at home, how can she suddenly shift into passion? It's not about unwillingness. It's about carrying too much weight to even recognize desire. There's also the invisible mental load. Many women juggle not just their own responsibilities, but the silent checklist of life. Remembering appointments, managing the home, worrying about everyone's needs. When the mind never rests, desire struggles to breathe. Picture this. She's on the couch with her partner, but her thoughts are already at tomorrow's meeting, the kids' schedules, or an unresolved conflict. Even if he reaches out, her mind is elsewhere. The touch is there, but the space to feel it isn't. That's why stress relief and support aren't luxuries. They're essential to intimacy. Sometimes helping with small tasks, listening without judgment, or creating a calm space can make her body relax enough to welcome passion. Because here's the truth. Desire thrives not in chaos, but in calm. And when her mind is finally free, her body follows. One of the fastest ways to dim a woman's passion is to make her feel unseen or unwanted. Desire doesn't bloom where she feels criticized or neglected. It needs warmth, recognition, and reassurance. Think about it. When was the last time you told her she looked beautiful, or that you admire the little quirks that make her unique? Compliments aren't just vanity. They're reminders that she is still valued, still desired, still chosen. When those affirmations vanish, when her efforts are ignored, or when she's compared to others, doubt begins to creep in, and insecurity is the enemy of intimacy. Imagine a partner who notices flaws more than beauty, or who dismisses her efforts, like the new dress, the home-cooked meal, or the everyday love she gives. Over time, those small dismissals pile up, suffocating her desire. Intimacy isn't built on grand gestures. It's in the daily words and actions. A simple, "You're still the one who drives me crazy," can do more than 1,000 silent nights. So if you want her desire to thrive, don't let her wonder if she's still chosen. Because when she feels seen and celebrated, Passion doesn't just survive, it flourishes. Desire is like fire. It needs oxygen, space, and a spark of surprise. But when intimacy falls into routine, it starts to feel predictable, even mechanical. What was once thrilling becomes ordinary. If every intimate moment happens the same way, in the same place, at the same time, the excitement fades. The mind craves novelty, curiosity, and anticipation. For many women, it's not about extremes or experiments. It's about breaking monotony. Maybe it's soft candlelight instead of harsh bedroom lights. Maybe it's an affectionate gesture in the middle of the day, or a playful message that sparks her imagination hours before the night begins. Passion doesn't die with time. It dies when left on autopilot. So ask yourself, when was the last time you surprised her? Not with extravagance, but with thoughtfulness. Because sometimes the smallest shift, the right word whispered at the right moment, can reignite desire like it's brand new again. Desire doesn't vanish all at once. It fades when deeper needs are left unmet. For women, intimacy isn't just physical, it's emotional, psychological, and relational. We've uncovered the 4 biggest killers of female desire: lack of emotional connection, stress and mental load, feeling unappreciated or insecure, routine, and lack of novelty. But here's the hope. Intimacy is not about perfection. It's about awareness, effort, and curiosity. When you lighten her burdens, remind her of her worth, and keep the spark alive with small surprises, her passion naturally returns. So maybe the question isn't, how do I make her want me? But how do I keep discovering her every single day? If this resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe for more insights and share your thoughts in the comments. What do you believe is the biggest challenge to keeping passion alive? I'd love to hear your perspective, because true intimacy isn't about repeating the same act. It's about creating a connection that feels alive, fresh, and deeply desired again and again.